Shalom, shalom, Yasharallah. All praises to the Most High through Mashiach Yahawashai. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Shalom to the entire family. Shalom to all of you. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Shalom, Yasharallah. Shalom to the entire family. Shalom. As you are coming in, type your name, the city, and the state where you are currently watching us from. Type your name, the city, and the state where you are currently watching us from. Shalom to the entire family. Shalom to all of you. All right. Everything is good. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Indeed, His mercy endures forever. Shalom to the entire family. Shalom, shalom. As you are coming in, type your name, the city, and the state where you are currently watching us from. Welcome to Life or Death. Let us start with the book of Colossians, the 3rd chapter, and the 17th verse. The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do, in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adon Hamashiach, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him. The Most High commands us to do everything to Him via Hamashiach Yahawashai. Let's see where we get the title for the show, the name for the show. The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. The minute we refuse to apply the laws of Yah to our Mashiach in our life, we are to expect death. If we don't do so. But if we do so, we are to expect the Most High to keep us safely in Hamashiach Yahawashai. As you can see, the title for the class tonight is Order, 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 Order. Shalom, Sister Tia Ellis. What does that mean? What is the meaning of this title? Order, order, order. What does that mean? Sister Tia, what does that mean? What is the meaning of this title? Shalom to all of you. Shalom. As you are coming in, type your name, the city, and the state where you are watching us from. Shalom, you are watching The Light of Zion. You are currently tuning in for Life or Death. What does that mean? What is the meaning of this title? Order, 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 order. I have it 4 times. There is a reason for that. Sister Tia Ellis says submission to righteousness. Okay, that's one. Submission to righteousness. Now, what is righteousness? What is the meaning of the word righteousness? What does righteousness entail? What does it come with? How do you achieve righteousness? Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 40. Yeah, following the Most High's laws. Through who? How? How can you follow the Most High's laws? Can you just follow the laws by yourself, or are you to come through somebody else? Or can you follow, or should you, how will you follow the law by yourself? But better yet, can you do everything by yourself? to the Most High? Is there somebody in the middle? Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 40. Now we all know that the church of Corinth had many issues. Let's see what Paul had to say to the brothers and sisters in Corinth. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. Paul advised the Corinthians to make sure that they practiced decency and to be orderly. Now, you see that the title is order, 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 order. Very quickly, or in a very shortly, let's see one aspect of that. Order between you and the Most High. Let's go to the book of Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 6. We'll start at 6. Let's see what our brother Ezra had to do. Yes, for us to have access to the Father, we must go through Hamashiach Yahawashi. That's why you see that at the end of every prayer, we always say, we pray and praise you through our big brother, Hamashiach Yahawashi. Let's go to the book of Ezra. Chapter 7, what's that verse 6? Ezra 7 and verse 6. This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was already scribe in the law of Moses. Meaning this brother was skilled. He studied the law. He was what we can call now a learned brother. He knew the law, which the Most High commanded, which the Most High power of Israel had given, and the king granted him. Verse 6. This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was already scribe in the law of Moses, which the Most High power of Israel had given. And the king granted him all his requests, according to the hand of Yah, his power upon him. Verse 7. And there went up some of the children of Israel, and of the priests, and the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the Nethinim, unto Jerusalem in the 7th year of Artaxerxes the king. And he came to Jerusalem in the 5th month, which was in the 7th year of the king. For upon the first day of the 1st month began he to go up. Day of the 5th month came he to Jerusalem, according to the good hand of his power upon him. So the Most High allowed him to leave Babylon to get to Jerusalem safely. Let's see why. Because Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law. For Ezra had prepared his heart to seek the law of Yah and to do it, and to teach in Israel statutes and judgments. So this brother, he was about the business of Yah through Hamashiach Yahushai. For Ezra had prepared his heart, meaning his mind, to seek the law of Yah, to understand what the Most High says in his laws. Because there is the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. Meaning what the law says and what the Most High gave it for or gives it for. For instance, let's take a law very quick. Let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 20. The book of Exodus chapter 20. And verse 3. Thou shalt have no other powers before me. Meaning that first order for us to serve Yah. Meaning to make sure that we do not give anybody else or anything else the position that Yah must occupy in our life. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods, no other powers before me. Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them nor serve them. What is Yah saying here? What is the Most High saying here? He is not telling you not to have any image. No. He is telling you not to bow down to these images. The letter of the law and the spirit of the law. Now remember, we got all these laws after we left Egypt. That's why you will see in Leviticus 18, he told us all the garbage to stay away from all the garbage that the people of Egypt and the people of the land of Canaan used to do, to stay away from them. Ezra took his time to understand the law, to know what to do, not to anger the Most High, to make sure that he stayed in the good grace of Yah. Verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Many of us, we know that many of our people are serving other powers. Many of our people, they are serving other gods. For instance, gods that many of our forefathers never knew. Gods that they just put for themselves. For instance, many of our people are into Islam. They are serving the Kaaba stone. Many of our people, they are into voodoo. Many of our people are worshiping stars, rappers. So when we put other people in the seat of Yah, we ought to expect death. We need this order where we ought to have the Most High through Hamashiach as our only power. Second order, in the way that we are living one with another. Yes, people do have cell phones. We do have cell phones. When I say we, I'm talking about Israel. Shalom, brother Denbo. Shalom, my dear brother. Shalom. How do you do, my dear brother? Shalom. Welcome to class. Yes, we do have cell phones. Yes, we do have ways to communicate one with another. But somehow, some way, we cannot communicate one with another. What am I saying? Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter, no, Matthew. Brother Denbo, the book of Matthew. What part of the New Testament is it set? In what part of the New Testament is the book of Matthew set? Meaning that we know that the first four books of the New Testament. What do they call them? In fact, the first four books of the New Testament. What do they call them? Meaning, what is the book of Matthew considered? Considered as. Let's go quickly to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 18. Remember, this class is an interactive class where we go over the subject in question. The subject that we have in question is order. We already see order between ourselves and the Most High. Meaning, in no way, shape, or form should we have any other power but the Most High through Hamashiach Yahawashai. Now, order between ourselves, meaning that order with your brother, meaning that how to live one with another. Order within the brotherhood and sisterhood. Matthew 18. We are people. We are humans. Therefore, we should, we have to, and we ought to expect to have discontentment among ourselves. We ought to expect to have some issues one with another. Now, when such issue occurs, when such issue happens, how are we to deal with such issue? Let's go to the book of Matthew. Order, meaning order within the brotherhood. Yes, Brother Denbo, the question is the first four books of the New Testament. What do we know them as? Or how do they call them? The first four books of the New Testament. Matthew 18. Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 18. We'll start at verse 15. Matthew chapter 18 verse 15. Moreover, now, whenever the scriptures are in red, whenever the writings are in red, they are the words of Hamashiach verbatim, meaning that they come from his mouth. Let's see what Hamashiach Yahawashai says to us. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall heal thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Meaning, if you have an issue with a brother or a sister, talk to the brother. Talk to that sister. Why? Because it may be a misunderstanding. Because it may be something that he or she may need more explanation about or more explanation on. All this, when we do that, when we confront one another, guess what? We will be able to understand what was said. By doing so, we'll be able to deal with that issue. Verse 16. But if he will not heal thee, you see how we go from step to step. Now, what do we do now? Now, we go on YouTube, make videos against one another, about one another. 4-hour videos, 4-hour videos on a brother, about a brother or about a sister, over nonsense. As humans, as people, issues will arise among ourselves. For instance, if you are part of a school, if you are part of a congregation, there will be issues within that congregation. When these issues occur, the leaders of the camp, of these camps, or the leaders of these schools, they will have to deal with them. They will have to. That's why you will see that in Revelation chapter 1, 2, and 3, the Most High, Hamashiach addressed the angels, the messengers, the leaders of these churches, Thyatira, Laodicea. Nothing changes. Verse 16. But if he will not heal thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to heal them, meaning that the witnesses, the people that you bring, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to heal the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. Meaning that before we cut this brother off from the school, we ought to follow these steps. Before we cut this sister off from the school, we ought to follow these steps. Plain and simple, nothing changes. We ought to understand that we are the real Jews, and as the people of Yah, we have to live according to the will of Yah. Now let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 20. In our living with one another, we are not to steal one from another. Let's see what Paul had to remind the Colossians. The church of Colossae was founded by our brother Epaphras. Let's see what in that letter, because Epaphras was a fellow laborer in the truth with Paul. He founded the church in Colossae. Let's see what Paul had to remind the Colossians. The book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 9. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. Meaning we have to be truthful one with another. Now let's go to the book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 11. 19 verse 11. The book of Leviticus chapter 19, I'll start at verse 2. Leviticus 19 and verse 2. Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, ye shall be holy, for I, the Most High, your power, am holy. In the book of Leviticus, the Most High, through Hamashiach, declares his holiness. He also commands us to be holy, to be set apart. Verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, meaning that we have the same thing. We are to be truthful one with another. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. All the Most High is saying is that we are to be truthful one with another. Tell each other the truth, what is and what is not. Let your yea be yea and nay be nay. Yes, yes, no, no. Order with the Most High, order within the brotherhood and sisterhood, and order with yourself. What does that mean? Order with yourself. What does that mean? I see that 6 of you are watching. What does that mean? To have order with yourself. What does that mean? Let me give you an example very quick. Order with yourself. Oftentimes, we tell each other, we tell lies to ourselves. Oftentimes, we are lying to ourselves. Yes, truth within yourself. I want an example, Brother Denbo. I'll give you an example, and I want an example from you, for all of you who are watching. Every January 1st, many of our people, they wish to become healthy. They set their calendar, they set their watch to start exercising on January the 1st, meaning that to be healthy. But do they do it? No, they don't. Oftentimes they will start, but they never finish. Oftentimes they will start. The minute they see some improvement, they don't continue. And what happens later on? The weight comes back up. Shalom, brother Joshua Flores, Issachar Power. Shalom, my dear brother. Shalom. Let's see what the Most High says in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 30 and verse 15, very quick. Sirach 30 and verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, meaning that being healthy from head to toe is worth more than gold. And a strong body above infinite wealth, meaning that being healthy to the fullest is worth more than all the wealth in this world. We are to talk about it, Israel. Many of our people are not living a healthy life. Many of our people, many of our brothers and sisters, they are fat, overweight, out of shape, and obese altogether. This is not a dig on our people. This is a time of concern. This is an SOS. This is an emergency call within the nation. We must get healthy. Saying that, oh, this is not biblical, hey, you are fooling yourself, because the Most High says this again, the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 30 and verse 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. My brother Joshua, my brother, when it comes to us as a people, it is incumbent upon us to make sure that we are healthy. And of one example, if you are going to buy in a store, it is best for you to park your car way away from the store, meaning that, let's say, a good 20 feet or 15 feet away from the store. Do you know why? Because as you are walking, what are you doing? You are exercising. It is good for your heart. It is also good for blood circulation. That is why it is. If you are going in a store, make sure you park way away from the store. Don't park up away from the main entrance. Don't just park in the. If you are handicapped, that's fine. But if you are able to walk on your own 2 feet, if you are a little bit healthy, park your car a good 20 to 30 feet away from the main entrance. By doing so, you'll be able to walk a good 2 to 5 minutes to the store. Guess what? Those 5 minutes will be good for your blood circulation, good for your heart. Brother Joe Flores says, "Oh, I know my uncle used to do that, and my aunt Lena." Yes, my dear brother. This is all these. When you are moving your body, that's why you will see that if a car stays in one spot for a very long time, what will happen? This car will give you some issues, will give you some problems. It is the same way with our body. We have to move our body parts. Do jumping jacks, lift weight, do push-ups, walk a couple miles, or a couple feet, or a couple yards. All this is part of the law because the Most High commands us to be healthy. Health and good estate of the body are above all gold. That's why he gives us the dietary law. The dietary law gives us outlines for us animals we can consume and animals that we cannot consume. Let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 23 and verse 19 very quick. Exodus 23 and verse 19. The book of Exodus chapter 23 and verse 19. Thou, the first of the first fruits of thy land, thou shalt bring unto the house of Yah thy power. So it is best for us to bring if we are going to bring something for the Most High, bring the best. Bring the best. The first of the first fruits, meaning that your first ones, bring them to the Most High. Now, many of us do not have fields. Guess what? Many of us that are able to earn a living, donate to the body, donate to the Most High. For instance, you can see that we have lights on. You can see that we are doing our best to have classes available for you. Don't just send money. No, don't do that. Check to see if we are doing the work. Now, if we are really doing the work, guess what? Bring a righteous donation to the Most High by giving to the cash app. Before you do that, make sure you check to see if we are doing the work. Leviticus 23 and verse 19. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of Yah, thy power. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. Meaning that while the young goat is nursing, you cannot eat that young goat. That's all that this verse means, that part means in that verse. Always make sure that if we are going to give something to the Most High, give him the best. Give him something that is pleasant. If you are going to cook something that is great, something that looks good in the eyes. Not only that, it is also good for our body. It is also tasty, delicious. With yourself, order with yourself. Make sure that what you are eating is good for your body. Make sure that what you are eating is going to be, it will bring nutrients to your body. Also, order with yourself. Proverbs 23 and verse 20. The book of Proverbs. Yeah, Brother Joshua. Esdras 23 verse 19. Let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 20 to 21. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 20. Be not among wine bibbers, among righteous eaters of flesh. For the drunkard and the glutton, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. Meaning, eat according to your hungriness, drink according to your thirstiness. In the old days, the Romans, they used to eat a lot. Afterward, they used to put the fingers into the throat to vomit what they just ate, so that they can be hungry, so that they could be hungry to eat again. We are the real Jews. We are God's chosen people. We will not do nonsense like that. What will we do? We are going to eat according to our hungriness. Don't be a glutton, because the Most High says this: for the drunkard, you have to drink according to your thirstiness. Don't drink to be drunk. For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, meaning that you will be poor, because you will waste your money. Will come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. You'll be in the streets. You'll be under the bridge, because you are wasting money. You are wasting what you have. Order with yourself. Now, last order. Order in intimacy. What does that mean? Order in intimacy. What does that mean? Let's go to the book of Exodus 22 and verse 16. Now, we would be fools not to see the sexual deprivation that is going on in our neighborhoods. We would be fools not to see the nonsense that our men and women are doing one with another. Let's see what the Most High says in the book of Exodus 22 and verse 16. The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16. Brother Joshua, I want you to explain that verse to us. Exodus 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. Brother Joshua, Brother Denbo, what is the meaning of that verse? Those of you who are currently watching, what is the Most High saying here? In letter and in spirit, what does that verse entail? The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. What is the Most High saying here? We are in the fourth order, the fourth part of the title, which is order in intimacy. What does that mean? What is the meaning of Exodus 22, verse 16? Mother Denbo says, if you lay with a woman, she is your wife. Okay. What does that mean? Mother Denbo, not necessarily. Let's see what. Verse 17. If, let's see why Mother Denbo, if her father orderly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins. Meaning that if the father refuses to give her to him, he cannot take it. He cannot take her. Now, we are not concerned about for now, let us forget the part 17. Let us consider part 16 because many of us are adults. Now, we have seen this, or we are seeing this in our neighborhood. Order in intimacy. If we apply this verse will give to us what we can call sexual discipline. And because of sexual discipline, less brothers would be on child support, less sisters would be baby mamas, less brothers would be baby daddies, there would be less fights between our men and our women. Israel, you ought to understand. You must understand. You have to understand. And you should understand that the laws of Yah are there to protect us. The laws of Yah are there to keep us on a straight path, to show us how to live a righteous life for the Most High through Hamashiach Yahawashai. Order in intimacy. Yes, if you sleep with a woman, she is an adult age. You have to take her as your wife. Especially if you already know the truth. Now, she's yours now. Is everything done? Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians, 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Now, Paul considered Timothy as his own son. Let's see what Paul had to advise Timothy concerning this matter. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But If any provide not for his own, and especially being that specifically for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith. He is worse than an infidel. Meaning that this brother, he is worse than somebody who never believed. If he doesn't take care of his own house, the Most High gives him the opportunity and the health. Somehow, some way, he refuses to work to take care of his own family. The church of Thessalonica had that issue where Paul had to advise them that if a man does not work, he is not to eat. That is why we have to have order in intimacy. Because all this is part of the life that you are going to live with your partner or your partners. I say with your wife or your wives. Because there is no law stating that you must have only one wife. Yes, some camps do teach that you have to have only one wife. Hey, that's fine. Some camps do teach that you can have more than one wife. That is fine as well. But what we are concerned about is order. Yes, you have that wife or those wives. Are you taking care of them? Let's now go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Now, many of you now may hear when our sisters are saying that they want a man that is emotionally intelligent. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 5. Let's start at verse 3. At verse 3. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. Meaning that the husband is doing his husband duties, his duties as a husband, the same way the wife must do hers. Verse 4. The wife hath not power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power over his own body, but the wife. Now verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer. Now, what is the Most High saying here? Defraud ye not one the other, the husband and the wife. What is the Most High telling them, commending them here? The word defraud in that sense means deprive. Have self-control. What is he telling them? That means that, they are to spend time together. Is what he is telling them. That is what the Most High is telling us here. Order in intimacy. Make some time for each other. That is what the Most High is telling the husband and the wife here. Well, Israel, as you can see, the title of the class is Order, 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 Order. Meaning order with the Most High, order within the brotherhood and sisterhood, order with yourself, or order with oneself, and order within intimacy. Let's now go to the book of First Romans chapter 7. The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man, as long as he liveth. For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth. So Israel, Shalom elder, Emram Israel, Shalom elder, Shalom elder. So that is why if we keep these laws, there would be less divorces in our neighborhood. In the black community, oftentimes when there is a divorce, who fights it? Our sisters. That's why that nonsense called no fault divorce is destroying our neighborhood. And we cannot, in this one, we cannot blame the so-called white men. No, we have to blame ourselves. Shalom, Sister Mariah from the house of Chief Minister Shalama. Shalom, my dear sister. Shalom. When those issues occur, the husband and the wife must find a way to deal with issues. Don't run away from them. Deal with them head on. No, what do? Because of no fault divorce, our sisters, they are quick to go to the courthouse. Now, oftentimes, those that cannot do that, what do? They clean the joint bank accounts, pack their utensils, pack their garments together, pack what they have, and leave and go. Oftentimes, take the children and leave and goes all the way to Alaska in a spot where the husband cannot easily go to find them or to find her. Hey, when we do these things, we do not do it against this kingdom. We do these things against ourselves. That is why the black community cannot prosper. That is why you will see those Indians, those Elamites that come from India. That is why right now in America, they are the most prosperous group. The Indians, they constitute the most prosperous group in America right now. Now let's go to the book of Psalm 133. No, Psalm 72 and verse 18. Psalm 72 and verse 18. Let's see what the Most High says. The title of the class is Order, 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 Order. Order with the Most High. Order within the brotherhood and sisterhood. Order with yourself, with oneself, and order in intimacy. Let's go to the book of Psalm 72 and verse 18. Because if we practice the laws that the Most High gives us, there would be sexual discipline within the nation. Psalm 72 and verse 18. Blessed be the Most High power, Psalm 72 and verse 18. Blessed be the most high power. Psalm 72 and verse, let's start at 1. Give the king thy judgments, O most high, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. Verse 18. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our dear sister, Sister Tia Ellis. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our brother Denbo. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our dear brother Joshua Flores Issachar power. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our elder Emrem Israel. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our dear sister Moriah from the house of Chief Minister Shalama. Shalom to all of you. Shalom, Israel. Let us end with Psalm 133. Before that, all of you that are watching, all of you that are friends or out of state members of the Light of Zion, all of you must be, all of you should be, all of you have to be, and all of you ought to be in the park on June the 16th, 2024. That Sunday from 9 a.m., all of us must be ready inside the park for the Feast of Weeks, commonly called Pentecost. For the Feast of Weeks, we are to be on site. Brother Denbo, what say you, my dear brother? Elder Emrem Israel, what say you, sir? For the Feast of Weeks, for the Feast of Pentecost 2016, that Sunday, which will be the 16th of June, will you be in attendance? Those of you that will be in attendance, for the Most High through Mashiach Yahweh Shai, let us know. You have 2 minutes. Brother Denbo, you have to be here, my brother. We talked about this the last time. It will be a Sunday. Let's say I will go with the cheapest one. You buy a ticket from Spirit for that Sunday. My dear brother, you show up in the morning before the sun goes down, or later on that day, you can get another trip. You can book another trip from Florida all the way to North Carolina. Or if you are able to drive from North Carolina to Florida, do so. Israel is one here while we are still on this earth, while we are still breathing. Let us do our best to spend as much time as possible one with another. Elder Emrem Israel, what say you, sir? For the Feast of Weeks, Pentecost, will you be in attendance? Elder, if it is Yahweh through Mashiach, this will be a glorious day where you will have enough time to talk to your brothers and sisters. Why? Because that day is a one-day feast. Meaning, if we start at 9, by 7 p.m., we get on site by 9 a.m. By 12, we start the service. From 12 all the way to 6, we'll have 6 hours to enjoy one another. And at 7, we can start packing up. Remember, many hands make light work. By 7 going to 8, we should be done. Afterward, you will be happy. Why? Because you had enough time to be with your brothers and sisters. Because you had enough time to talk one with another. Oftentimes, we talk at each other, but we never talk to one another. All of you are invited. It will be an Israelite feast. Let me put it in the chat. June, Brother Denbo, what say you, my dear brother? Sunday, June 16th, 2024, will be a joyous occasion for the family of the light of the LOZ. Let's say of the LOZ. LOZ means light of Zion. Shalom Yahshua. Let us end with Psalm 133. Israel, to donate to this ministry, do so via Cash App. $ THEELOZ. Brother Denbo, my brother, guess what? We have the Cash App, which is $ THEELOZ. Whatever you want to give, just put it there and put what we can use it for, what the elders can use it for. Psalm 133 for us to end. Psalm 133. The book of Psalm, chapter 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that went down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there Yahweh commended the blessing, even life forevermore. Bahashem, Amashiach Yahawashai, Fawada, from Yad Amon. Brother Denbo says, I donate weekly to the LOZ, Lee County Weekly. Are they separate from you? No, brother. No. Brother Denbo, the Light of Zion is a congregation. Our aim is to reach is to gather the 12 tribes of Yah, the 12 tribes of Israel, for the Most High through Mashiach, all over the globe. The Light of Zion, Lee County, is part of the Light of Zion, the ministry. Where I am right now, I'm with headquarters. We have the Light of Zion HQ headquarters. We have the Light of Zion Lee County, the Light of Zion Treasure Coast, the Light of Zion Miami, the Light of Zion Palm Beach, the Light of Zion Highlands County. If it is Yahweh through Mashiach, our aim is to cover all the globe, the entire world. Okay, great. I will continue donating That's fine, my dear brother. Whatever you are doing, my brother, keep doing it. Keep doing it, my brother. Do not stop. Do not work. Don't be tired in doing the Lord's work. Shalom, family. May the Most High Mashiach bless you all. Shalom to all of you. Shalom to all of you. Shalom to all of you. Yes, brother Denbo. But my dear brother, donate to the ministry is great. But when we are able to see you face to face, it will be great. Elder Emram Israel, Elder, before we end, Elder, at what time will you be on site, Elder? For the feast of Pentecost, brother Elder Emram Israel. What say you, sir? Not sure, but Lord willing, yes, Elder. Elder, we have to see you, Elder. We have to see you, Elder. Elder, this one, Elder, we have to see you. We have to see you, Elder. Let's go to the book of First Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 17. Let's read that very quick. Now, one thing that Paul used to do, Paul used to go to see the brothers and sisters in those churches. Other than, I'm married over 36 years and I don't go anywhere without my wife. As hard as I have been trying to bring her to this truth, she refuses. Brother Denbo, we went over this the last time. First, like I told you, Jude 1 verse 20, build yourself up. Along the way, if it is Yahweh Mashiach, she will be next to you. Be the example that you want her to be. Like Chief Minister always says, be the example. Let's go to the book of First Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 17. Let's see what Paul said to the brothers and sisters in Thessalonica. Very quick. The book of First Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 17. But we, brethren, being taken from you for a short time in presence, not in heart, meaning that he was absent from them in presence, meaning that he was not there physically, but he was there with them in mind, meaning that he was thinking of them, endeavored the more abundantly to see your face with great desire. So, brother Denbo, this is my scripture to you, brother. So, my dear brother, if you are able to make it, do so. We know how many years that we have lived. We do not know how many years we have left. Therefore, let us do our best to get together as much as we can. Brother Elder Emma Mizo says, Brother Denbo, do you show up? You show up and let your wife see and hear. Brother Denbo, you show up and let your wife see and hear the great news about the family. Brother Denbo, that is fine, my dear brother. That is fine. If she does not want to come, that is okay. But you do your best to be on site if you can. In fact, all praises to Yahshua Mashiach, Elder Emrem Israel was unable to make it for the opening of the feast of unleavened bread, meaning that he was unable to make it for the Passover. Guess what? For the closing of that feast, he was here at the school with us. Shalom, Israel. May the Most High Yahshua Mashiach bless you all. Shalom. May the Most High Yahshua Mashiach keep you safe. May the Most High Yahshua Mashiach gives us wisdom so that we can live in order with Him, in order with our brothers and sisters, in order with ourselves, or in order with ourselves, and in order in intimacy, in order with our spouses. Shalom, Yahshua Allah. May the Most High bless you all. Shalom.